Good morning, mamas. Daddy's gonna read you a little story, okay? I hope you're being good for mama. When Harlow grows up. Good morning, sleepyhead. I've been up for a while, sipping coffee by your bedside as your dreams made you smile, wondering where your mind goes when your eyes close, and wishing I knew the worlds you travel through. I know soon you'll be living your own story, and there will be chapters without me. But life is a journey, and it's quite a ride, with many roles to be played, and many parts to be tried. The world calls me Micah, but you can call me Daddy. And of all my jobs, it's the best one I've ever had. Now I'm thinking about the things you think, Harlow, what you might do, where you might end up, and what's in store for you. So before Mom wakes up, listen to me. Tell you what I think you'll grow up to be. Look at that, mamas. I've always been a fan of living creatures, wild or mild, feathered or furry, fish that swish or rodents that scurry. From eagles that soar to lions that roar, I love everything that makes, moves, flippers, paws, or hooves, or greets me with a growl, a wagging tail, or a howl. Those who love animals love people too. So if you study hard, when someone's pet gets sick and needs the help, it might be you. They'll choose the pick of the litter, Dr. Harlow's clinic, for every cuddly critter. Ooh, you're slam dunking, mamas. You're slam dunking. 10 seconds on the clock. It's come down to the wire. But Harlow's got the rock, and boy, she's on fire. A pump fake is all it takes for another victory. The crowd goes wild for my child, chanting Harlow, MVP, MVP, MVP. Oh, she's got game. She'll be in the Hall of Fame. With all the big names, another hero of the hoops, just like Sherilyn Swoops. She's so quick and full of tricks. In the draft, she'll be the very first pick. But I always knew, back before you grew, when you were still just 4 foot nothing, that you had an all-star future and the best, even me. And hey, that's saying something. So when you're shining in the finals, dunking, sinking threes with ease, the referees will fear my cheers as I proudly watch you lead your team and scream until the game is done. My hun is #1. Ooh, are you a doctor, mamas? I think you're a doctor, mamas. I must admit, Harlow, that I'd be very glad, as would Mom, might I add, if you become a doctor. You know I don't like the sight of a white coat. Not that I'm scared, but I'd rather be spared from a stranger looking down my throat. Unless it's you, for that I'm prepared. I do have these 3 wishes. 1. Know that your hand is trained to be steady and sure, so when writing a cure for those who need it, do them a favor, make sure they can read it. Be kind to tiny humans. I know it's for their own sakes, and a pin's pricks all it takes, but my heart still breaks to see them cry and cringe at the sight of a pointy syringe. And last, number 3. When I'm ill with a chill, aching and shaking, and I think this is it, the game's over, I'm old, please examine me and calmly say, hey Dad, don't worry, it's only a cold. Look at this, mamas. To Professor Harlow, I profess this desire. Reach out when you teach and be a resource your students admire. And make yours a course that's sure to inspire. Find diamonds in the rough and advise off the cuff. And know how to slow down if they've had enough. And keep things upbeat. Bring in sweet treats to eat. Just like I've always taught, hungry minds need real food for thought. You'll make them believe there's nothing they can achieve with good books on their shelves, and when they think for themselves, you'll pass on your passion and give them a yearning to never ever stop learning. Ooh, are you an explorer? What's better than when the whole world is your workplace? Everywhere you go, you meet a friendly face. Colleagues from countless cultures, how cool. And don't forget great food that makes you drool. Snow-covered mountains and ocean deep, vast bone-dry deserts and canyons steep. Everything that foreign shores have to give, you will enjoy. Our Harlow knows how to live. And when you have traveled the whole world through, from New York City to Kathmandu, perhaps Harlow, you'll find the old saying is true. No matter how far you fly, how long you roam, all that you seek will be waiting at home. Love you, sugar. Oh, are you gonna be a soccer star? Harlow, Harlow, the fans are chanting your name. Your beautiful game is the reason they came. There you are in bright team colors looking like $1 million. With your lucky foot, of course you've been put center forward to score for your team. Harlow, you're living the dream. When game day comes, I'll bang my drums and give those refs a piece of my mind. It will always be kind. It's all in good fun because seeing you run, kick, and score is second to none. Life is a ball game and I have a true soccer soul. So I can't help but go crazy when I yell, "Go!" You want to cook with mamas? Are you going to cook with mamas, honey? Chef Harlow. If a guru of flavor is what you grew up to be, oh how I'll savor what you cook for me. Look at Chef Harlow in that white hat, whipping up sauces, dipping fillets, serving rotisseries, beef Wellington and soufflés. I will be glad if you make me a steak and I'll save room for dessert, 'cause I crave your cheesecake and a prize-winning pie like Grandma would bake. So when most folks are waiting for a seat, I'll boast how my kids' food can't be beat. And hey, did you know? This is her restaurant, and I get a table whenever I want. Race car driver, mamas. Race car driver. It's the final lap. We all clap and cheer as Harlow burns rubber and flies by in high gear. They're hot on her heels, but she's lightning on wheels. She's the ace of the race with real nerves of steel. That's my girl in the victory lane, high octane ride by her side. Her mom bursting with pride when I tell everyone that in our family Harlow is the fastest one. And though you're a pro, I still worry, you know. But you make me smile when you say, "Dad, what's the big deal?" I just take the wheel and hold on to it tight. Then there are only two choices, left or right. Dancing Harlow. Dancing Harlow. You gonna be a dancer, mamas? Only the good kind of dancer. I reckon I just need a second, a couple of clicks to Google plies, pirouettes, and piquets. You've been perfecting for ages these French-sounding tricks. Now on your tiptoes, you're conquering the world's biggest stage. And as you gracefully take the last bow, the wild crowd shouts, "Encore, we want more." Who could tell that your old man still cleans up so well? And your mom's all dolled up and glowing with pride. Yes, the premiere is here, and we're getting choked up while enjoying the show from a very first row. Sure, I'm a man, but I'm your dad first of all, and who cares what they say of my tears for your twirls? I'll always be proud of my girl. Oh, look. Are you gonna fly planes, mama? Are you gonna fly planes, honey? Look up in the sky at that plane, not the bird. That's my Harlow in the, what's the word? The driver's seat. Or is that just with cars on the street? Well, fast and loud above the clouds in the cockpit, that's the one. Under the sun or through a storm, dressed in her nice pressed uniform, Captain Harlow brings the wings around just right, so she always has a pleasant flight. I never had guessed that I'd be so blessed that my girl would whirl me down to Key West. Oh, and one last request I'd love to see. Like in a movie, as you fly by our place, could you trace in the sky a heart high above it? A little trick just for Mom. You know that she'd love it. Nap time, mamas. You know me, I wear my heart on a sleeve. And whatever it is you grow up to be, I'll pull out all the stops to see you achieve. Anything you set your mind to. Just believe in your heart and let it guide you. And every time your heart beats, I feel it too. There's a rhythm, a bond between me and you. It makes no sound and it can't be seen, but as sure as the sun sets, the longer we live, the stronger it gets. If you need a gentle arm to hold you, mine wrap you up tight. When you need a hand getting up, mine lifts you with all its might. Words get in the way because love isn't something you say. It's something you show, like giving a hug and not letting go. And a hug is one thing you'll never outgrow. That's just how it is, Harlow, because Dad says so. Good night, little one. Sleep tight. Your dad. Love you, baby.